Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the channel, Jody Lewis Fishing. So today I am on Pymatuning. Gonna do some KEITCH swim baits, which I'll show you in a little bit, and then the Gary Yamato worm fishing. Gonna do like a Texas rig. I know a lot of people like the wacky style, but today we're gonna do Texas rig, a lot of weeds, a lot of lily pads, so just trying not to get snagged up here. So stay tuned. Go press stop recording. And so right here I got my this is the Kistler medium light action, and this is a KEITCH swim bait. It's 4-inch. Do really well with this. So let's get the pedals down and okay, so now we're getting into the area. There's a channel right in here that's fairly deep. I think when I did have my depth finder here a few months ago, it was, I don't know, 6 to 10 feet deep on the sides. You're looking at a foot. It's just got a little thing in it. When it's warm, the fish just kind of lay in that little trench here. The water's still real warm. The temperature outside's like 63 degrees, but the water is actually probably in the 70s, I would imagine, just from getting in. The wind is in my face, blowing back like this, so we'll probably just we'll get to the end and then we'll drift our way back and then just keep on repeating that pattern. Yeah, it's, you know, sometimes as a kayaker, fishing is good when you have a little bit of chop on the water, but as a kayaker, sometimes the wind can play havoc as far as like keeping position and so forth. Do not have the anchor wizard with me right now, but just keep, and that's the one thing nice about these kayaks. You can hold your position by your pedals, so it's an art in itself. So let's see if we can catch anything. This is the KEITCH. I'll see if I have a package, so if any of you guys want to buy these, you're welcome to. Last time I was out here, which probably about a month ago, I hit this channel and I caught, I don't know, I probably caught 10 to 15 bass. And there were some decent ones in here too, so they weren't all small, but some of them were. Have a frog to throw into these little lily pads here, and then also want to try some buzz baits too. We'll see. Not liking the wind too much right now, but we'll see if we can get into a pattern. Yeah, so I'm gonna just go down here and we'll float on back and kind of repeat. One thing with the wind too, when using KEITCH and Gary Yamato worms, you're reading your line, and a lot of times with the wind it makes it really hard to read your line. So we'll see. One thing you could do is put a little bit of weight onto it, but with the, yeah, it's just crazy how far down this water is since the last time I was here. Right over here don't even look deep at all, off to the right and the left. Let's start off with this. There's a log down here that I started off last time, and that's where I caught my first two last time out, so we'll see how that works out. And just want to thank all you guys for watching my channel. Appreciate you guys. Just remember to subscribe and like. Let me know what kind of content that you guys like to see. I love fishing in this drift here. So we'll take this off. So this is my other kisser rod. This is a medium. This has 8-pound test on it. This is not fluorocarbon. This is just mono. So, so these are the Gary Yamato worms. This one here is a 4-inch worm, green pumpkin with a black flake. And the way I hook these, take the top, just put in the bottom, and just a little bit, you slide it to your off shank hook, turn it, and then you put it in here. And I like to keep it straight, just like this. So these worms have salt scented. They're usually really good for catching numbers of bass. These 4-inch, lately I've been catching a lot of small ones, but you do catch a lot of big ones on them too. I mean, I just might have to graduate to a bigger worm maybe. I do have some 5- and 6-inch worms. I always like to, get a couple in the boat and get the feel for it before I start hunting the giants. But I've caught an 18, 19-inch fish on this size of worm too. So it's just you're attracting all the fish. You're not eliminating the small ones. But you know what? On the 6-inch worm, I've caught an 8-inch fish too. So. What I'm doing here is I throw it out, let it sink, then I'll push it or I'll jig it, and once you feel it, you got to hook them pretty good. So you got to get through the worm into the fish. Sometimes they hit it so hard that they hit themselves. So right now I'm getting a little bit of a bite, but I don't think it's a bass. Now the wind's carrying me pretty good. Yeah, so I'll just jig it until I feel a bump, and then I'll slow it down. Went out yesterday in a different area, and I only caught 2. I was out there for about 2 hours, but I caught 2 small ones. So lakes, in August and early September are tough. Water's really warm. Got to find them in the deeper areas, which I struggle with. That's one thing in my fishing that I need to improve on, is fishing deeper water. A lot of times you'll hit like rocks or weeds or whatever, and sometimes they feel like bites. When you don't know, hook it. I mean, I kind of know when I hit a rock or a stick or whatever, so I bet I've hooked into some pretty big sticks. Trees on the bottom of the lake. That's a pretty good hit there. In the spring, this place is packed with fishermen, pan fishing, perch, bluegill, crappie. Just trying a little bit different filming technique. Showing me instead of, you know, just showing water. I'm just kind of putzing around with the camera here. I only have one camera, so I can only do, you know, an angle at a time. $16.75. They'll start. Did you get it? Oh yeah, man. He jumped up and got that sucker. Feels good, but oh yeah, it's decent. Probably a 15. There it is. All right, here we go. Yeah, he jumped up at that. That's a problem. Got me tangled up in a pad. Dang it. I don't think he's still there. tangled up in a fucking pad. Excuse my language. So that one was a 14.25. 14.25. There's another one. Not as big. He's bigger though. Oh, almost flipped in the boat. There's a 12 or 13. There it is. Another one. Worming on the pads. Just down towards the pads. There's a bunch. There's about 8 or 9 of them here, and that's what I've been doing. I just been going close to them. I've had a couple wrap around the pads, but you know what? We're catching them. So that last fish was 13.25. 13.25. So that last bite was on the KEITCH, and it hit. As soon as it hit the water, he took it. That one wasn't as big as the other ones. He did come out of the water. Just wanted to get him away from the pads. That's a better one. He's fighting. One of the better fighters. There it is, another one. This one on the KEITCH. It was the first one I've caught on the KEITCH. Same thing, just go working the pads. GoPro, stop recording. Oh, shit. That was a good one too. That last one was 14.25. I was bringing in a fast retrieve and he took it, so maybe I gotta work that worm a little bit faster. It's very big though. There's one. So we're gonna go like this. Boom! Oh, that's a good one. That's a largemouth. Yeah, there it is, baby. Woo! Yes! Let's go. Yep. There she is. Dang it! Another one in the pad. Took me right into those pads. So last two fish, they got tangled around pads. I had them on, and then they get on the pads and they get off. There's a bite. Ugh. Get them away from the pads. Another decent one. Probably 14. Oh! There was one right next to him. Wow. This one's not that big. 13 probably.